Start by marking your weave pole line about 10 to 15 feet long. Place your set of 2x2s about 4 feet from one end. If you're using a cooler, set the cooler a good distance from the 2x2s down the line. The 2x2s should be set at a 45-degree angle, just like they're showing in the video. You're going to be working around the clock from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Start your dog around noon. If you're working from 9 a.m. to noon, you're going to want your dog to be on your left side when you're sending your dog to the 2x2 entrance. Start with your dog 3 to 5 feet back from the poles. Take one step forward with your dog side leg and throw your reward on the weave pole line. If your dog is successful, take one step to the side, 6 to 12 inches, and work toward either 9 or 3 o'clock. If your dog is not successful, try it one more time, but don't do it a third time. If you need to take a step closer to the weave poles, that's what you would do to back it up and make it easier for the dog. You don't want to do too many repetitions with the dog not being successful with the weave poles. Having the dog be successful is really, really important. Notice as I rotate around the clock from noon until 9 o'clock that the position of my feet and shoulders are also rotating so that I continue to face the entrance of the 2x2s as I move. When I start working from noon until 9 o'clock, my dog will now be on my right-hand side as I send her to the entrance of the weave poles.
Good job. Good girl.
As I move into the 3 o'clock position, notice that my feet and shoulders aren't pointing at the weave poles, but at the dog's line around the top of the weave poles, because Jayla will enter the weave poles on the opposite side with her left shoulder against the first weave pole. I've been working with Jayla about 5 feet away from the 2x2s. Ideally, you want to be able to work with your dog up to 10 to 15 feet away from the 2x2s before you start closing the angle on the 2x2s. I'm going to show you an example of working with Jayla 15 feet away so you can get an idea of what you're working toward. So again, you're still going to be leaving the 2x2s at a 45-degree angle the entire time you're working to build up your distance.
job. Yay, Jellybean. What a good puppy you are. You are so good. Yes, you are so good. Yes, you are. Here's a good smartphone. And we get it. Good job, buddy. Good girl. That's a good work, yeah. Get it. Good job. Good girl. Did you get it? Get it, baby, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Get it, get it, you can get it. Yay! Good girl. Yay! Good job. Good job, baby. Good girl. Okay. Are you ready? Thank you. Thank you. All right, ready? Yes. Good girl.